people later.
Hi guys, Leslie Robinson here, Main Image. Today, this is Ann. I want to introduce you to Ann.
Hi. How you doing?
And Ann has come to us with thinning hair. We have Ann on a regimen of Viviscal Professional Vitamins, and she wanted something now while we treat the thinning and unruly hair that she's going through. Hopefully, she will be back with her own hair shortly, but for now, we're going to do a top of the head hair replacement system for her, and I wanted to go live to show you what it's all about. So we've washed her hair today, and she's decided to go with a chin length bob. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just trim her hair and get her prepared for the hair replacement. So Ann, what brought you to Main Image?
Well, actually, I had searched several places and looked online at reviews and did a lot of research on taking care of the thinning hair, the hair loss that I had due to my severe illness. I had read your reviews, found impeccable reviews about your company, so I decided to come here and give it a try. First, when I met you, I felt welcomed, I felt at ease, and you gave me the confidence to come back, and that's why I'm here.
Well, thank you.
Well, that's the truth.
Well, and I think that's one of the biggest things that, you know, hold people back is they feel that they're going to come in and they're going to be judged, or they're going to be pushed into a solution that they're not comfortable with. Did you feel that I was kind of leaning you toward one way or another, or how did you feel?
What I told my husband, because we talked at length about the options that you gave me, and I told him the one thing that really impressed me is that you didn't push toward anything. You made recommendations you felt were best for me, and it wasn't always the most expensive recommendation. You never ever at any time pushed me for, oh, this is going to be, let's say $10,000, so we're going to let you. I really highly recommend that. That you did not do at all.
Right.
You were, even with the vitamins, the reason that had me go toward the vitamins you suggested was the fact that you said, hey, give it a try for 90 days. This is a cheaper option. If you don't like it, you see it doesn't work, don't get any more.
There you go.
And I liked that. I never felt pressured.
Well, because everybody's body and responds differently to treatments. And so I really feel that, you know, it's not for me to judge what's going to be quote unquote best for someone. I just try to listen and fill in your gaps, right?
And I also was impressed, to say the least, how you were very well aware of the different hair conditions, including the hair conditions that can come with an autoimmune disease like I have, which is MS. Never have I ever been to a hair place that actually took that into consideration.
Absolutely.
And I was very thankful and very impressed that you took that into consideration.
Thanks, Ann.
Well, again, I'm blunt and to the point.
So Ann has chosen a hair replacement system with clips so that she can take it off, do scalp treatments, pretty much be at her own convenience. And method of attachment is really just that. It doesn't have anything to do with the hair replacement itself. In other words, if Ann chooses to have her hair replacement system permanently attached, all we have to do is remove the clips and permanently attach. If her MS or her hair loss gets worse, if her MS affects her hand coordination, we are more than happy to bond her hair system on for her. If her hair gets thicker on its own from the Viviscal Professional to the point that she's comfortable without her hair system in certain situations, then with the clip she can remove her hair system and go al natural.
Now with this hair system, I can style it and do things with it?
Absolutely. This hair system is 100% human hair. So yeah, if you decide, like, let's say a month or two from now, you decide you want some deep dark auburn lowlights, so we can lowlight it. If summer comes and you want to throw some highlights around the face, we can absolutely highlight it. The only thing we recommend is that we don't recommend that you chemically alter the hair system by yourself.
Right.
So we wouldn't want you to color it yourself. We wouldn't want you to perm it, anything like that. But anything you desire, if you decide later on you wanted to have a curly hairstyle, we can definitely alter it and perm it and curl it. If you just want to have curl for the day or you want an updo, yes, most certainly you can put a curling iron to it, you can roller set it, you can do anything you would like.
Now, and how on the average, how long do these last?
It depends on the person, to be honest with you. And it depends on whether you choose a hair system that is custom made for you with virgin human hair. The top of the line hair system, with it being clipped on, can last many years. But we do tell most women, if you're clipping on, about a year, and then you're going to want to have another one. At that year time, the hair can get a little bit drier, it can thin out. Being though that you still have quite a bit of hair, it may last you several years.
Okay.
Everybody's different.
It also depends on how often you wear it, too.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I would assume if you
I
were
would
wearing
assume
it
that.
every single day,
Right.
And let's say you were flat ironing it every day. Yeah, you're going to go through it at about once a year. Some people even go through them every 6 months. Again, it depends on how much heat you're putting on, if you're flat ironing, if you're shampooing every day. My hair system has lasted several years, but I don't sleep in it. To each their own. I'm claustrophobic, so for me, sleeping in it was just not an option.
Well, I probably won't with mine.
Yeah.
Because I'll just probably use it when I go out. Like if I'm cleaning around the house when I put it on.
Well, and that's the choice, right? It's personal choice. Now, you're a homemaker?
I'm at home, yeah.
Okay.
With my MS, I cannot work.
Right.
So-
So for someone who maybe works every day, they might want it to be permanently attached,
Right.
and then you would need a new one of these type of hair systems every 6 months at least.
Right.
Again, what factors into the hair system is how thick it is from the very beginning.
Okay.
So this is a light to medium density, okay? I always think you can see a hair system a mile away if it's too much hair for that particular person, if it's too dark a color, and if the match and the blend, the cut is not appropriate to that person. So when I design a hair system, I like to play around with it. I like to play around with the positioning, especially with a clip-on hair system. I like to mess around with the different positioning and placement until I find that sweet spot that I'm comfortable with and that you're comfortable with. But part of the process for me when I'm designing a hair system is to take a lot of photographs. So I take before photos, so the photos are of you before the hair system.
Right.
So we get a good idea of what people are used to seeing you look like.
Right.
Right? Your family and your friends. Then I put the hair system on, I cut it and style it, and then I take pictures again, and I put the pictures side by side on the computer screen, and I want to see, does this look like you?
Right.
Because all I'm trying to do is create the same look, but just a little bit more hair.
Right.
Just to look like you before you lost the hair,
Right.
right? So I don't want it to look like just this big wig. That's not the point. So right now, I'm just putting some soft layers, long layers into the hair so that the hair has movement, because I don't want it to just lay there and hang there without movement and style. Okay?
And it gives it body.
Gives a little bit more body. I want it to be easy for you. If a hair system is complicated for its user, you're going to end up not wearing it. You're not going to feel a value to the money that you've spent. So I want you to be able to, I mean, I can make your hair look beautiful. I'm standing above you and I've been doing this for 31 years, but I'm not coming home with you.
Well, another thing that I like too is when I had talked to you, I said, you know, it's like I used to be a respiratory therapist. I didn't want people to tell me how to do my job that didn't know it.
Exactly.
So when I came in here, the first thing I ask is that you design the hair that you feel is best for me, my face looking, because that's your job.
Exactly.
I am not a professional of that. That's why I come to places like this, so I can trust in the person that they're going to help me look the best that I can look.
But in that, Ann, I'm also not having you walk out of here
No.
with purple hair.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I would look good with purple hair.
So
you wouldn't do
in
that.
other words, you don't want to go to a place where they're going to make you either look like them,
Right.
right? I didn't put 16 inches of hair on you,
Right.
right? So you need to go to a place that listens,
Mhm.
that hears what your needs are, but also has enough education and skill to be able to give you that.
Well, and again, one of the weaknesses I have are in my hands. So I don't have the, you know, when I lift up, I get very tired with the reaching up. And so being able to have an easy hairstyle that I can manage, that's important to me. And you listened to that. And that's another reason why I came back.
Absolutely. Now I will say, Ann, most people that we design a hair system for will do the initial cut, but it is pretty normal that you might decide to come back and have more layers added in,
Mhm.
have it thinned out, have it cut and texturized more. That's pretty normal. So don't be hesitant to contact me if you have any questions, concerns,
Right.
about anything, because we can always go back through. I can always cut more. I just don't want to cut too much at the beginning.
Right.
So you can see now that we've trimmed a little bit, that we've got some movement to the hair. The hair does have a natural body wave, so that when you do swim or if you get caught in the rain, that it is going to have natural movement,
Mhm.
so that it looks even more real.
Right.
Okay. And you part on this side, correct?
Usually, yeah.
Okay. But you can, as you see me brushing in, you can part and style any different direction that you would like.
Mm-hmm.
You're definitely not limited. And as you can see, I placed the hair system behind your hairline in the front, so I'm going to turn you to the camera here. I placed it behind your hair in the front so that you can wear your hair back. If you want to wear it in an updo or whatever, your own hair will be framing around your hair replacement. So it'll just give you even more style options.
Mm-hmm. Now, how tight does this usually stay? Do they loosen over time?
Well, as far as the clips,
Yes.
well, you're gonna feel it loosening right now because I'm
yeah.
literally pulling
Mm-hmm.
on it. But you're not gonna be putting your hair system on and pulling it straight up in the air like that.
No.
So generally, when you clip it on in the morning, you're good all day. You don't have to refasten. I mean, I have mine clipped on,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see it's not going anywhere.
And
So.
swimming and all.
Oh yeah, you
doesn't
can do
bother me.
everything that you would normally do. After I'm done trimming your hair, I'm going to refasten and reattach it so it's nice and secure for you.
Now, I know we talked about wispy bangs. Would you recommend that for me, or?
It
I've had them
just
before, but
it just depends, because honestly, you have a very short forehead.
Right.
Okay, so if we do a tiny wispy bang, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah,
I
regular
would-
bangs don't look good on me.
Yeah, I would not do a heavy bang on you at all because it'll look a little heavy for you,
and
more
close in my
wig-like,
face.
right?
Right.
Yeah, we want to open up your face. We don't want to close it down.
I always
so-
liked my hair away from my face.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as I'm brushing and styling, I do like it brushed off of your face. But we can try a little wispy bang. Very soft and gentle.
Mm-hmm.
Since you part your hair on this side, my suggestion would be just do a little bit of a wispy bang on that side, the side you don't part on.
Okay.
And then if you hate the bang, you can always just kind of blend it in
Blend it in and brush
with
it
the
back.
hair that you have. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a deal.
Yeah. So before we attempt the bang, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the hair with our thinning shears and we're going to texturize that hair. So Texturizing the hair is going to do a couple of different things. It adds a lot of depth and dimension to the hair, a lot of movement to the hair, but it also is going to debulk that hair.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're probably looking at yourself in the mirror thinking,
I
oh my
can't-
God, I've never had this much hair in my
I
life.
can't see a thing.
Well, I don't know how good that is.
I'm blind without my glasses.
So
Literally.
funny, so funny. Well, wait, I bet you've never heard this. Trust me.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Oh, God. No, but I seriously though, I need to take some of the bulk out of this because when your hair starts to thin, whether it be from an autoimmune disorder like androgenetic alopecia, which is genetic thinning, or whether you have MS or lupus, those are some more autoimmune disorders, your texture of your hair will change. It becomes thinner, finer, and so even though I'm not putting a tremendous amount or density, hairs per square centimeter, even though I'm not putting a ton of hair on you, I still need to thin it out because I don't want it to look like something sitting on your head. So going through and thinning and texturizing is going to make a world of difference.
Kind of like if you went to a Halloween store and bought a wig.
Yeah,
And then,
exactly.
you know, it would be, yeah.
Exactly. And you know, a lot of people buy lots of different types of products to help thinning. They'll buy Topics and they'll buy other makeups or scalp concealers, which are great. But I really feel like you need to have a wide array, especially as a woman, a wide array of choices depending on your mood for that day.
Right.
So there might be times that you're going to use your cosmetic fillers, like if you're just gardening in your yard and you don't want to burn your scalp, you're going to put a little coloration on the scalp just to help not burn and so your scalp is not visible, but you might not want to wear your hair replacement system.
Right.
So I like to offer people when they come in for a consultation a wide variety of choices, just like we did with you, with starting with some vitamins, but also giving you more hair because that was a desire of yours.
And also when you have like a threefold thing like I have, because of my sickness, my MS, and then also the natural thing because of hereditary. You know, it could go either way, like you explained to me. You were, yeah, some may grow back, but some may not.
Exactly.
And so that is another knowledgeable. I did not know that. So it was nice to be able to talk to somebody that actually knew what they were talking about.
Wouldn't you agree that hair loss is personal perception? A lot of personal perception plays into it. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you can get back 10% of your hair, and you look in the mirror and you think, wow, that's enough for me. There also might be that woman where if she gets 10 to 15% of her hair back, that's not going to be enough
Right,
for her.
absolutely. That just depends on the person.
Absolutely. That's why it's nice to have lots of choices depending on your mood.
Caring for this piece, how do you care for it?
So we do give you a written care guide that will go in depth on how to care for your hair system. I do recommend if you're not sleeping in your hair system, but you are wearing it every single day, I would recommend that you shampoo it thoroughly about once a week.
Okay.
Okay. Remember, a natural growing human hair, a healthy hair is called an anagen hair. Well, right next to that anagen hair is an oil duct or a sebaceous gland.
Right.
So our hair is fed by that sebaceous gland. This hair system has no oil glands next to it, so it's not going to get greasy and dirty like your own hair would. Right. So usually shampooing once a week on a hair system of this nature is usually good enough. If we go with virgin human hair, we do recommend that be shampooed at least once a day, if not every other day. Okay? But this hair system is about once a week. So I know you're probably like, geez, what's the difference? There's so many different types of hair systems out there that you really, wherever you get your hair system, they should educate you as to how to care for that hair system properly
Right,
to not only extend the life, but make the hair system look fantastic.
right. Not make it look real.
Well, right, exactly. I mean, you don't want your hair system to look dry or over-processed. And the 3 core products that I always recommend is a good quality sulfate-free shampoo, a good quality conditioner, and then a good spray and leave-in conditioner. Now, a lot of people are like, geez, I don't use all that stuff on my hair. Well, of course you don't, because when you have thinning hair, you don't want to weigh down that hair.
Right.
But with a hair system, this particular system, the hair is chemically processed. So you do want to weigh it down to a certain degree so that you have a little bit of structure to that hair. So we do recommend those 3 core products: a good shampoo, a good conditioner, and a good spray and leave-in conditioner. For my custom virgin hair Cesar Ragazzi hair systems, they have a beautiful, absolutely stunning product line called CR Lab. And we actually do a trichology test on your scalp, and we test the hair to see exactly what you might need in that particular product line. When we do a hair system like what you have, our favorite product is ProGen.
Okay, I'll do that.
Our ProGen shampoo and conditioner is sulfate free. It's specifically for hair replacement systems. And for us, it works very, very well to give us that reaction with the hair and give that hair a little bit of tensile strength. So the type of bang that we're doing right now is just kind of a side sweep bang, so that if you decide that you want to wear the bang, you can. If you decide you don't want to wear the bang, you can just sweep it back into the hair system itself. Are you liking it?
I can't see.
Oh, that's right. You did say you can't see. That's
No,
so
when I put
funny.
my glasses
She's
on,
like,
I'll be able to-
no.
I can make it out a little bit and so far, but I do know as soon as I put my glasses on, it's like.
Well, here, take a peek, because we're not even done styling. Now I'm gonna re-secure
Oh yeah, it's
your
very
hair
pretty.
system, since we pulled and messed around and made it kind of looser. So the clips are really easy to use. You open the clips and it just comes right off.
Okay.
Yeah, so as the audience can see, tip your head down so they can see the thinness, the fineness, the wispiness of your hair. That's just kind of what happens. The texture changes like we talked about earlier.
It turned real dry. That's what I used to know. I noticed right away.
Right away that it got dry?
And I never had dry hair. I always had really nice, fine hair, but I always
But
had
nice.
a lot of it, and it was real soft.
Well, it's definitely still soft with the good core products, like we said, the good shampoo, conditioner, and spray and leave-in conditioner. So my favorite spray and leave-in conditioner, like I said, mentioned already, is the ProGen for this type of a hair system. So you just lightly spray it on. Now, as you'll notice, when I'm using the spray conditioner on her own hair, I'm keeping it off the scalp. I don't want to introduce any extra moisture to the scalp. When the hair starts to fall out prematurely, it kind of overstimulates the scalp. So some people that are going through hair loss notice that their scalp gets a little bit itchy.
I noticed tenderness.
And tenderness,
Yeah.
absolutely. And your scalp can be more oily, and oil attracts bacteria. So we try not to put a whole lot of stuff on the scalp. But I do like to spray the links of the hair with spray and leave-in conditioner. Now, if this was a custom virgin human hair Cesar Ragazzi hair system, I would be using either the milk spray for straighter hair or the bifastic fluid for curlier hair. I like the bifastic fluid with my Cesar Ragazzi hair system because it just makes the hair so much more live and bouncy. So I want you to kind of see how we're going to do these clips. So I like the hair system to go behind your hairline. I feel like it gives it a more natural look. So I open these clips up and we're going to snuggle them in. See how we kind of rest it in?
Kind of like a comb.
Exactly, exactly. And then as I'm holding the hair system in place, I'm going to lift up these clips on the sides and we're going to lay these clips down right into your hair.
Mm-hmm.
You want them to be comfortable, so don't, pinch yourself with the clips, okay? You have 5 clips,
Okay.
all right? You have 2 clips directly in the front,
Right.
okay? You have 2 clips on your sides,
Right.
over here, and then you have 1 clip just to kind of snuggle everything in the back.
Okay.
Do you want to try and see if you can
What?
do it?
I tried.
You're gonna have to do it
Oh, yeah?
yourself. Go ahead and try and place that there.
Okay. Right behind there. Right?
Yep.
And then this one.
Yep, and you're holding. Yep, you're doing really good.
And I don't feel it snapping. There we go.
There you go.
And then this one. Right there.
You're a pro. This is your first time doing it, and you
Not
got
too
it.
bad.
It really is that easy.
It is,
It does take a little bit of time,
Just the snapping part is trying to get the
Let me, yeah. Let's see if you got it snapped down. Yeah, you got
that part right back up.
it. Okay.
Okay, that one. And then last.
Yep. And just snap that last one down. Just take your middle finger and your index finger and just push from the top side. There you go. See?
Okay.
Very good. Very
That was
good.
pretty easy.
Right? So it's
A
just
lot
a,
easier than I thought.
it's a textile feel. Once you get used to how it feels in your fingers.
And it's out, so you kind of have to
Exactly.
push up. And
Yeah, so in this front area,
Mm-hmm. It
okay?
didn't snap good, or did
No,
it?
it didn't snap good. So
Okay.
what we're gonna do is we got the back in really good, so we're gonna kind of reach forward,
Right.
grab these in, and snap it down.
Okay.
Okay? So once you feel that it's secure all the way around, then you can go with your styling
And
process.
then you can all make it as tight or as loose as you want.
You can make it as tight or as loose as you're comfortable with.
Right.
Now, when I'm combing the hair or brushing the hair, I want to make sure that I'm holding so that I'm not putting any undue stress on your own hair.
It's nice.
Okay? Now we're going to dry it. I like to use warm heat, so not really hot. And we're just going to straighten that hair out. Now, everybody uses different products on their hair.
I usually use nothing.
Okay.
I usually just wash it up.
Okay. So you're going to wash with your shampoo and conditioner, and then you're going to use your spray and leave-in conditioner and go. The beautiful part about your hair system is because you're clipping it on, when you put it back on in the morning, it's already going to be styled. So you're only really going to be styling your own hair.
Right.
So it should be really, really easy for you. I like to actually, the day that I wash my hair system, I just let it, I use my shampoo, conditioner, spray leave-in conditioner, and then I just let it air dry. And then in the morning, it's ready to rock and roll.
I usually, even my own hair, I always let air dry.
There you go.
I don't usually use any warm product or anything on it.
Yeah. And you can do that with this too. If you're in a hurry for whatever reason, you can blow dry. But I'm going to show you a couple of different things that you can do with the hair just for fun. Okay?
Okay.
Now, if you want to bring that little bit of that kind of side sweep bang down, you definitely can. A new hair system is going to have a lot of volume. So you can see with the blow dryer, I'm kind of laying down that volume to make it closer to look like what you're used to. The more you work with your hair system, the more it's just going to lay naturally how you want it to. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to smooth iron the hair system a bit. And what this is going to do is it's just going to lay down that cuticle of the hair system to make it shiny.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when you have a straighter hair system, you need to just run that heat over just very quickly, just to lay down the hair.
And should I do that every time I put it on?
No,
Oh.
you just only need to do it after you wash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when you get up in the morning and you go to put your hair system on, it's going to have the same style because you didn't sleep in it, so
Right.
you're not going to be showering in it.
Right. And it's best to style it when you have it on.
You can style it on or off.
Okay.
It's whatever makes you comfortable. Some people prefer to style it when it's on. Some people are not comfortable styling while it's on. For your purposes of having MS and having a hard time holding your hands up, you might decide that you would much rather do it when it's off your head.
Right.
And that's fine. Whatever works for you. I do mine off my head.
My
Just 'cause I live
my
there,
granddaughter would love to style it.
Ah, well, there you go. See?
She'd be like, I'll style it for you, Grandma.
Ah.
Well, she's almost 17, so
Well, there you go.
and she's very good at doing her hair.
That's awesome.
It's very pretty.
Isn't it pretty?
It is very pretty. I like the colors too. It like matches almost perfect.
Well, each hair system is actually comprised of 7 different colors because not one person has monotone hair. It's just not how God created our hair.
Right.
So when they design a hair system, they do put multiple colors in it so it'll reflect the light. It's
Now,
just,
what about hair products to hold it and keep it in style? You know, like hairsprays and things like that.
you can definitely use hairspray.
Okay.
Part of what the spray and leave-in conditioner will do is it coats the top side of the hair, but it also protects it. It seals in the moisture of the hair, but it also protects it from any products that you might layer on top of that, which would be hairsprays, gels, whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, you can definitely use hairspray. I don't recommend anything that you would buy at a grocery store. One, I don't know how that stuff is going to react with the hair system.
I don't buy that kind of junk.
Yeah,
I buy a real good shampoo.
Yeah, you wanna use a good quality product. The ProGen that we have here, or something comparable. Just because this is an investment.
Now, I have a shampoo that is, it's a very good shampoo for thinning hair to help build and
So
strengthen.
you can use that on your own hair,
Right,
not the
not on
hair
it.
system,
Okay.
right?
Got it.
Because shampoo for thinning hair generally is meant to stimulate growth,
Right.
and sometimes it can have a drying effect. So anything that we use on the hair system is meant to add moisture and body, and we don't want anything that's going to dry the hair out. Okay, so blending in the front of a hair system with the front of your own hair is always a tricky thing. And this, I think, is one of the things that most people forget about when they're designing a hair system, is that the edge of your hair system has to be thin enough that it blends in with your own hair. So one little technique that I'm going to do along the edge of your hair system is just to create some little baby hairs along the edge of that hair system, and that's going to help to blend everything together so that you don't have to be self-conscious of, is this blending in with my hair or is it not?
Right, because the color is like not 100% perfect match.
Well,
So
it's
you
never
do
going
know-
to be.
Right, it's not because it's
Not yours.
not exactly.
Exactly.
And plus your own hair changes
well,
from
it does.
sunlight and from all sorts of different things. Age.
Yeah, age, and you
Stress.
might get a few grays
Yeah.
or whatever. So what we're doing here is just creating those little baby hairs right along the edge of your hair system, and you're going to see that it's really going to make that blend like butter.
I like that.
Do you see how the difference now that you've got a nice soft bang in the front, but then it kind of creates these little hairs along this edge. which help everything to blend in. You can see a lot of what I do is really just kind of moving the hair around. Oh, there's that smile! But you can see a lot of what I do is just combing and blending and pretending if the wind were blowing, like what is it missing? What do we need to do to make that hair kind of do what we want it to
And
do?
look as natural as possible.
Exactly, and so this is the creativity part that comes in with a well-trained hair replacement technician. Not that your own hairstylist isn't fantastic. If she's been trained in working with hair replacement, then she'll know all these little things. But these little things are what's going to make the difference between it looking like you have a wiglet on or looking like this is your own hair.
Or you walked out of here with a brand new hairstyle.
Exactly. Are you starting to like what you're seeing?
I love what I'm seeing.
Good. Let me give you a mirror so you can see up close. Okay. What do you think about the length, Ann? Do you want that a little shorter?
No,
Or
I wanted it. This is perfect.
is that a good length for you?
And
Okay,
I like that I can push it back too.
Very good. All right, I'm going to turn you toward the mirror here, and I want you to see in the back. Is this a good length for you?
I think so. Yeah, I like
Now
it.
tip your head way back so that you can see the top of your head in that mirror.
Wow, compared to what it was nothing.
Compared to
There was nothing back there.
you're cracking.
This is awesome. This looks beautiful.
Okay, so at this point, we're not going to do anything more with Ann. We're going to let her go home and kind of play with it and see what she thinks, and then she can come back if she needs anything. Thanks for visiting with us. Bye.